So over the past, I don't know, 3 months, I've acquired some new art supplies that I have not shared with you yet in my other videos. And so I thought we could take a look at those today. In no particular order, these are the books I purchased recently. The first one, okay, wow. This is Laura Horn's This Is Not a Sketchbook, It's an Art Class. But I saw someone talking about this book on a short, and they were raving about how good it was and how they felt like they were really improving in their drawing. I don't know, I just never draw, but I want to make art, and it's like drawing is the foundation of it. So I figured I could brush up on my skills by doing this book. There's like these pages where you can draw or like practice skills. An interactive book is always good because you can just do and not worry about it. Especially this book, printer paper, spiral bound, like it feels like something you can get into. Next, I was at Barnes & Noble and I saw this How to Draw Inky Wonderlands by Johanna Basford. I mean, I don't think she needs much of an introduction. She's pretty famous, I would say, for her coloring books. Her drawing is very detailed, very storybook. It's very beautiful. And I mean, it's definitely something that I'm like, how can I draw like that? So this book is really interesting. It's got steps on how to do different things. There's flowers, leaves, pages where you can fill stuff out, like here she wants you to finish the garden. It's another drawing book, essentially. Moving into like watercolor books, I bought this Thinking in Watercolor. I think I was on Workman Publishing's website because they make a lot of flow books. And I was looking at all the different books they had to offer, and this was one that was on there. One of the reviews that I saw about this was that it reinforced ideas that they were learning in their watercolor classes, but also kind of helping them understand concepts better. So yeah. The next book is called Painting Happiness, Creativity with Watercolors by Terry Runyon. And I saw this at Barnes & Noble as well, and I was flipping through it and I was like, wait, this art style looks really familiar to me. I realized that Terry Runyon is also a YouTube creator or someone who's on YouTube, and I am a subscriber to her channel. So I was like, that's why. When I first found her channel, I was like, I need to watch every single video she's done. I still need to do that. This isn't anything new, but I finally got my hands on Color Club's issue number 2. I couldn't find it anywhere, so I emailed them like, hey, are you guys gonna reprint it? And they were like, no, but if you buy our new issue, you know, we have one last one hanging around that we can mail to you. I just got it today, so I haven't flipped through it yet, but hold on. This looks cool. Next is a coloring book that I actually got at HomeGoods. It was just so cute, like when I opened it. Okay, it comes with some stickers. Look at that one. I mean, that is so cool. And this looks fun. This looks fun to color, but also I feel like I could learn a lot about drawing just by looking at it or tracing the lines. Next, I bought these books in a big group. I have the, what is it? Art Labs book for kids. This one is Collage Lab by B. Shea. It's got different collage techniques in it. This one just kind of happened to be in the group. I'm actually not really interested in this one. Like I might get rid of it, but it's about photography, which I don't really do anything with. This one is drawing for mixed media artists, and it looks so cute. I love the colors and the art on the cover. So it's got like different drawing practices you could do. And then throughout this book, there's like little notes somebody left in them. Fun for a day. Let's see if we can find another one. Week 7, 8, 9? I don't know, maybe it was like a teacher or something. This one is called Paint Lab. It says 52 exercises inspired by artist materials, time, place, and method. And it's got different, you know, techniques to try, stencils. These are all books that I like aspire to go through. I just love buying art books. I feel like maybe that's my hobby, is buying art books. For crafts, I bought this Coraline Curious Creator Kit, and the artist that put it together was Felicia Murray. And this is from Leica. I bought it off of their website. These are the materials that are included. See, it says dive into an other world of beading, needle felting, and embroidery as you create your own one-of-a-kind hoop inspired by all things Coraline. And as you can see, it looks pretty intricate. I'm nervous to do this, but I thought it would be really cool to get out of my comfort zone and kind of learn how, you know, someone who does a different medium works, but this is the inside. Like a little card. All right, so we have this. Paper is cute. So it comes with the hoop, some buttons. We're not gonna do it in this video. This is like another time and place kind of thing. Foam. Some wool. I don't know. Can you tell I don't know? I don't know anything about this kind of thing. Beads and string. This is beyond my comfort zone. That's why I haven't done it yet. I'm like super intimidated, but I do want to try it. If you have done this, please let me know how it went. Next, I was at Hobby Lobby and I bought this cute little Mayberry Street Miniatures house because I thought it'd be so cute to paint. This is how I found it. It was like kind of half opened. It's hard to tell, but it looks like you can see inside the house. I'm like, does it open in some way? Oh, it does. Oh, wow. That's so cute. It's so tiny. That's so cute. So yeah, I'd like to paint this at some point. Maybe like something with acrylic markers. The next thing in my little crafty list would be this Jelly Arts gel printing plate. It's an 8x10 plate, and I have never, to my knowledge, done jelly plate printing before. If you don't know what jelly plate printing is, that's a tongue twister. Basically, you have this jelly plate. It has these kind of like things covering it right now. And you roll out acrylic paint, and then you can put a magazine page on top of it, you know, press it down, and it will remove the ink off of the page. So it'll take that print and it'll be on your jelly plate. And then you can transfer it to a different piece of paper and kind of like make a mixed media, multi-layered piece of art. This is kind of like the idea back here. I was reading through these instructions. There's like a few different interesting things. One is that you have to keep it in the clamshell. That's what it says. And you also can't leave it on any kind of texture because it says the gel plate will imprint any texture it is sitting upon. I cannot wait to try this, and it will be a video, of course, eventually. But let's put it back in its clamshell. I bought these two clips from Blick, like so you can hold pages down and stuff like that. I also bought this artist tape while I was there. I was actually there today, so I got it today. I also recently purchased this Micron pen from Michaels. I ended up getting this because my last pen died on me. I think you saw it if you watched it in the reverse coloring video. So I got this to replace it. And then I just recently purchased this watercolor graphite pencils from Staedtler. It came with 2 pencils, I believe. Oh, 3 pencils. It came with 3 pencils, I should say. A 4B, 6B, and an 8B. And it also came with this brush. This brush is terrible. It sheds like crazy. I'm actually surprised there's even bristles in here because it just kept coming out. I'm not gonna lie, this was actually in the trash and I pulled it out to do this video. Lastly, as far as like utilitarian stuff goes, I got this cute little, what do they call this? Not trivet. I don't know. It's the thing you put a spoon rest at Hobby Lobby. And I figured it would be good for, you know, you can put brushes on it or whatever. So I feel like I've saved the best for last. This is the fun stuff. I bought these Tempera paint sticks that are kind of all over the internet, or at least they're all over my feed. No water and brush needed, vibrant colors, quick drying, washable. I didn't know which set to get, so I went with the 40 pack, which came with so many colors. I was like, this is a lot. This is what they look like. They come in like a little, almost like glue stick shape, and they are twistable. They're very quick drying from what I understand. The last material is something I actually got at Blick today as well. It is these Caran I think they're Neocolor 2 crayons. So I got 12 of them, and the color palette is from Dear Elaine on YouTube. It's like a color palette that she uses in one of her videos, like on her website. I almost got the wrong cobalt and I was like, that looks off. There's something wrong with that color. And I realized it's supposed to be this one. And then the only one I added to the set was the purple. I did swatch them when I was at the store and I was like, these are awesome. So I'm super excited to have these. And maybe someday I'll have some more. All right, let's open it. I was kind of like stumped in terms of what size to get, so I got the 3/4 size. It smells like tape. I don't think anything's gonna be buckling here, but you know, tape swatch. That reminds me, oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I bought these washi tapes too. So these were on sale on Amazon, kind of like neutrals, but there's one with eyes on it. Then we have this kind of wavy orange lines, and then these like leaves or stems. But yeah, they were like $5, I think. So we are going to start off with the Tempera paint sticks. So the box does have them labeled, like on the top it says what the colors are. When you actually look at the sticks, I don't see any color label on here. It just says metallic, so it just says like the kind of stick it is. This set has 21 classic colors, 4 neon colors, 7 metallics, and 8 pastel colors. And we will just swatch them in the order they are presented, starting with this one. They are definitely smooth. It really is kind of like coloring with lipstick. Like they're very creamy. This looks like a neon for sure. So these are supposed to dry super fast, so let's see. Oh my gosh, wow. That is super fast. I mean, I just put all these back in their little thing and then came back to swatch. Oh, wow. I'm pretty impressed by that. Next, we're going to do these colors over here. Like a tangerine. Next, we're going to go in with the greens, but it has a white, so we'll start with the white. These two browns that are next look really identical in their little containers, so let's see how this looks. Okay, yeah, they're different. Next, we have like the darker colors. There's a lot of dark blues and purples over here. Alrighty, so they're all swatched out, and I have to say, like, the neons, I could definitely do without. I think these two, that one, and I don't know what the other neon colors are. They're supposed to be another one. The metallics are these three. They're like subtly metallic. I definitely would have liked to have had more pastels. If I end up liking these, I probably will get more of them because I feel like they're kind of like more natural and like earthy. So I'm very excited to have these, and they are washable. So like if you draw on glass or I don't know, whatever you're gonna draw on, they can wash off really easily. So I think we'll do a swatch of the pencils. I mean, they're pencils, you know, it's a pencil, but I've never had a watercolor graphite pencil before. So I thought, you know, we'll give it a shot. So we'll start with the 4B. Next we have the 6B. And then we have the 8B. And this is with like hard pressure, but with light pressure, that's what it looks like. Light pressure and light pressure. There they are. I actually think it looks really pretty. Yeah, I had no idea that you could do that with graphite. I have a fresh sheet of paper, and I forgot to say this is Strathmore like 90-pound watercolor paper, and it's cold press. Next, we're gonna do Desert Rose. Next is Golden Ochre. So this one is Salmon. Next is Salmon Pink. Next we have Carmine. Next, we'll do, let's see, aubergine. This is the one I kind of like added to the mix. Then we have cobalt blue 5%. And I almost added the other cobalt, which is like this color, I'd say. Light olive. Dark olive. And lastly, we have beige, which is kind of weird because it looks more like a gray. Here is our palette. You can kind of see the colors interacting with each other. They're kind of like more earthy colors, I'd say. And these are water soluble as well, or watercolory, I guess. So they do react to water. They're so pretty, and they're like a lot creamier, I think, than they swatched on this paper. I feel like they kind of just look a little bit crayon-y. They're very pretty. So here are the colors dry. They have some pretty cool textures going on. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of a demo. Not really though. But I made this little collage maybe like a year ago, I'd say. And I have never been quite happy with it because I feel like there's not a lot of definition between like the actual vase and flowers versus the background. I've been thinking for a long time about putting a wash of white on the background to kind of help everything else stand out. So I have this, I feel like it can do it. I'm just really nervous. We're gonna start over in this corner. Oh my gosh. I'm just gonna do like little bits of it because this stuff doesn't smear out like very well. It kind of starts to roll up, I guess. So we have reached the halfway point, so I'm just kind of taking stock, and I do feel like it is kind of taking down the background a lot without getting rid of it. And I feel like I could definitely see this flower standing out. Let's finish and then see how it looks from there. I was thinking we could use carmine. Okay, I've got some water on this brush. It's not a ton. So I'm on the ground now with Frida because I feel like it just looks bad. It looks too red. So I'm going to go over the flower with some orange. And then I think maybe around the flowers some teal. I'm not sure. And then we'll come back and see how it looks. So I started tracing the flowers with the blue, and I'm like, I kind of like what's happening here. So I'm going to keep going. I put some beige down, put some green on the leaves, and I was thinking about doing some of this Sahara yellow on these, just to kind of like brighten them up. I feel like they've become very like dark, and I feel like that already looks so cute. All right, so I think we reached a stopping point with the art. I did a lot of different stuff. I mean, look at my shirt. It's a mess. And I also kind of put some details on the leaves to kind of bring them out. I used a tempera stick like right here just to kind of bring the stems back because it kind of disappeared. And I did scribble over like the sides with the gray, or the beige, I should say. So I think it looks a lot better than it did. Before you kind of couldn't really even tell what was going on, and now I feel like there's more definition. There's my dog. These were pretty fun to play with, and they're really forgiving because if something didn't look good, I could just wipe it off. I think I'm gonna call it a day and clean up my mess. I kind of made a mess. So yeah, I will see you next time. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.